I'm Dave Dahle with KeizerTV.com. We're here today at the Hall of Fame Awards for McNary High School. Everybody, we have J.D. Groves. He was a star running back for McNary in the state championship team of 2001, graduated from McNary in 2002. J.D., you look different than 2001, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming back. How does it feel to stand again on Keizer grounds where it all began and culminate in a night of being acknowledged for a life of commitment to something?
I tell you, man, it's been very impactful for me to, as I've been thinking about the process and this was 18 years ago when we were fortunate to run through and win a state championship, and I think so much, of course, happened, but it was just a culmination of so many of us growing up together, playing sports together, working hard, and we got to have kind of one of the best experiences of our lives doing it.
And you now stand before us here in 2019. You've taken life lessons from that McNary field. You've taken coach relationships, player relationships. Share with our audiences why, at a formatory time in your life, this puts you in a pressure cooker that just walking down the street here in Keizer wouldn't have done. Those pressure situations where you had to focus. Share with us how that impacted you today.
Yeah, well, I think, man, the work that we all put together, I would not. I mean, sports has done so much for me. It has taught me a discipline that I probably would not have tended toward on my own. It has given me relationships, like you said, with both players and coaches, and that have lasted for so long. It, set me on a path to put me into a college that I wouldn't have got to on my own. Yeah. Like, there's just all kinds of things that I can point to. The experience that I had with Coach Smythe and the rest of the guys here. I mean, I remember some of his sayings for all kinds of things. I repeat them to my kids now. It was so formative, and it's so impactful to me.
So we have a 12-year-old here in Keizer sitting on a couch, and why should they get involved in sports?
Yeah, I would say so. One of the phrases that Coach Smythe used to say was, "There's satisfaction in doing a hard job well." You're going to learn things in athletics that you would not learn anywhere else. You're going to face some adversity, but you're going to also experience like the joy of camaraderie, of being on a team, of experiencing those victories, even if they're small, like, oh, I just finally figured out how to block this guy correctly, and or if you're playing basketball, I finally figured out how to make the right pass at the right time. Like, there's so many things that will allow you to experience fullness and joy and personal growth that you can't get other places.
Wow. And we know the economics have changed in school sports. You and I went to school, we never ever thought of needing to ask our family to invest a couple $100s. I had 5 brothers and sisters, and it was tight, even just getting clothes sometimes. So why is it important for the community to now think of how important it would be to support the kids of today, if economics were an issue, to pool our funds to make sure no kid here in McNary has to ever worry about, man, I can't afford to play.
Yeah, I mean, that, like you said, that's something that in our time we didn't have to worry about. We were able to take part in these things, but certainly that should be something that we should be able to have for the kids today, right? No matter what, if they want to be involved, if they want to go through these experiences and be a part of what we have here, I mean, we should, of course, jump at the chance to support them, and whatever it is, a couple $100 can help get a guy on a football team or a basketball team, whatever. That's something that we can all do and work on and get those kids to have these great experiences.
Pennies on the dollar. It's a 3-month season, and I thank you so much for talking with us. You really make us proud. The rich legacy today that's on that field was built. And when you got here, I'm sure there were those before you that you looked up to.
Absolutely, yeah. We looked up to those guys in the 1997 state championship team. We all watched them, and so, of course, we look up to those previous people before us and are thankful to have a small part in whatever has come behind us. So.
JD, thank you very much for talking with us. Appreciate it very much. Comment below if you remember a story about JD, but we thank you very much for being here tonight and being an example for Keizer, where we honor 3 words: pride, spirit, and volunteerism, and you espouse those. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm Dave Dahle with KeizerTV.com. Thank you.